Good morning, everyone. I'm Andrew Barnett.
I'm David Carr.
And I'm Mimi Joy, and we're with Fiserv. Today we're going to present to you a customer engagement solution that's the next generation of digital channels communications. To do this, we're going to use our fictional Genius Bank. Have you ever found yourself screaming into your phone, hoping the louder you speak, the better the system will understand you? Or perhaps made multiple selections from your phone's keypad and still not reached the right customer service rep? Or received an email and not been sure whether it was legitimate or a phishing attempt? We have the solution to each of these challenges that provides a lower cost to serve, richer customer engagement, all through secure channels.
So I've logged into my Genius Bank iPhone app here, and I have a lot of things to do. And as you can see from the screen, I have a lot of functionality available to me. But before I do any of that, I really want to go in and check my account position. So I log into my accounts, and I immediately notice that my credit card balance is quite high, a lot higher than I expected it to be. So I want to go into my transaction history and try to determine why that's the case. And I immediately can see once I log in that I have two duplicate charges at the top for this outrageously expensive meal that I decided to take last night. So because I'm in the authenticated space here and I'm ready to, and I want to resolve this, I'm just going to slide that transaction over, and then it gives me the ability to connect. I choose connect, and now I'm presented with two options. One is to instant message, and one is to call us now. Because I'm authenticated, I'm passing my identity across to the back office to support this. So it's going to trim down the amount of time that it's going to take for me to resolve my problem. I think a duplicate transaction is pretty easy to fix. So rather than a call, I'm going to go ahead and start a secure chat session with my CSR here. And you can see the very first default message passes all of my relevant details for that transaction over to David.
So I love working as a customer service representative at the fictional Genius Bank, and partially because of the tools we've got. So in my incoming chat sessions here, I can see that Andrew's sending me a message. I can see that he's messaging me about a dining charge. So I'm going to greet him and ask him what his question was about his meal.
Yeah, so I can see David's message coming back to me, and he has an idea of what it's about. That's a resounding yes. I really didn't need to spend that money once, much less twice. So I am going to just say yes to David and let him know that I think it's a duplicate.
So I can see the transaction that Andrew's inquiring on, I can see the account that transaction is in, and I can see the other transactions on that account. So I can see it probably is a duplicate. Having a photo of the receipt might help me get that resolved quicker, so I'm going to ask Andy whether he knew he could actually send a photo through chat.
Yeah, and I didn't know that I could send a photo through a photo of an image through chat, but if it's going to resolve this a little bit faster, then I absolutely will do that. I got the receipt since I just did this last night, and I'm going to go ahead and take a photo and send because, as I said, I really didn't need to spend this money once, much less twice. And so there's the photo of the receipt, a little bit grainy, but I can send it through, and that's coming back through to David's CSR tool here.
So I can see the photo on my customer service tool here, and that's certainly going to help me get that resolved. So I'll promise to send a confirmation to Andrew once we've had that transaction reversed. And in the meantime, I feel like he's had a positive interaction with us. So as I close out the session, I'm going to say yes when I have the opportunity to send an offer to him. I think it's something he might benefit from.
Yeah, and David's assumption is right. This has been quite a positive experience. I've never really had confirmation that I could reverse a duplicate transaction in less than a minute with any bank I've ever dealt with in the past. So the fact that this was such a seamless and easy to deal with experience makes me want to see what this offer may be about. So I'm going to choose to learn more and expand the offer itself. And here you can see the relevant details of the offer. At the bottom, we have a phone icon, and because, again, we're in the authenticated space, I can choose the phone icon now and pass my relevant details back over to a different portion of the call center relevant to this offer. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm driving home right now. I'm going to go ahead and choose to call, and we're going to go ahead and do that, and it's going to engage the phone. And again, I'm on the road. I'm going home. It's the only time I can really do this, so I'm having to do it now. And it starts to ring, but on my way home, I'm going through the Holland Tunnel, and it cuts my phone call off before I'm even able to connect to David.
So I'm a multifunctional service representative. I handle customer inquiries, but I'm also in the call center. So if we switch to my screen, I can see in my incoming call queue that Andrew is coming in with a call here. I can choose him, and I can see what he's wanting to talk to me about. I can see he's calling about a low-interest credit card balance transfer, and that he's come in through a live chat campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and have a chat with him about that. but he's not on the line anymore. It sounds like maybe the call dropped. Maybe he dropped his phone off the side of the ferry. So I'm going to hang that up, and I'm going to, since I know who he is and what he was wanting to talk to me about, I'm going to go to the secure messages, look up his account here, and I'm going to be able to send him a message that he's going to be able to read across all of his digital channels when he gets back into self-service. I'm going to create that new message, send that through to him, and inviting him to contact me at a time that's convenient for him. So,
Yeah, and so I have gotten home. I did go through the tunnel. I made it home. I've gotten my iPad out and turned it on, and I'm ready to use it for all the things you use an iPad for. While I pull it up, I get a secure message from my Genius Bank before I do anything. This is coming through Mobility's enterprise alerting platform, push notification through the platform. I can choose to close it or I can read it now. Because it's from my Genius Bank, I feel like I probably need to read this now and see what that's about. So what it's going to do is it's going to launch the app, the iPad app, and I will just log into that. So the enterprise alerting platform uses the concept of deep linking with our push notifications. We call it actionable alerts or actionable push. And what that means is once I authenticate and choose to read the message now, I don't have to navigate to this screen. It's going to take me directly to where I need to be, which is the secure inbox, and more specifically, the secure message that I just received from David. And you can see the verbiage of the email or the secure message that I received is about the credit card consolidation. My call dropped, but before it did, the relevant details were passed to him, so he knew what I was calling about. And now he's following back up with me based on a call I initiated through the authenticated space.
So to wrap this up, we've presented you with 3 secure customer engagement solutions. Each of them is uniquely integrated into the customer's digital experience and tightly coupled with their financial needs. You've seen Andy initiate a secure chat with David over a specific transaction. Financial institutions have a direct and secure channel to their customers. Those of you that are holding a cell phone, tablet, or laptop today prove this point. We are using features that users are comfortable with in their daily lives, such as chat and the camera, to create a compelling user solution that's secure.